Hello, team. We are continuing yesterday's language arts lesson, unit 3.1.7. So you'll need your pen or pencil to write with, your language arts packet, and animal adaptations book. Pause the video if you need to gather your materials. All right, welcome back. So we did lesson 7, where we were writing key details and main idea for the reading Animals as Tools for Survival. We read 3 sections of that story yesterday. We did introduction, webbed feet, and sharp claws. And we wrote out what the main idea, or what we thought the main idea was for each one of those sections. All right. Now today we're going to finish it off with whiskers, large beaks, and long tails. So let's open up our animal adaptations book to that section. I believe it's page 8. Yes, here we go. Page 8 and 9 finishes off animal tools for survival. Okay, before we begin reading and finding the main idea in detail, let's take a look at some of those vocabulary words from yesterday. That way we understand our reading even better. Detect, do you remember? Yep, it was to discover or notice. So you see it with your eyes. Locomotion just means the act of moving from one place to another. To navigate, right? Basically find your way around something. To sail, fly, or travel across, along, or through. Basically to find your way. And then to steer, right? Not like a steering wheel in a car, but basically to move in a certain way, to steer your body to move in a certain way. Or in this case, an animal's body, right? What adaptations does it have that steers it in whatever direction it needs to go to? All right, let's start off with whiskers. Now, do you remember me saying yesterday that these bold words are called headings, and headings usually tells the reader what the whole paragraph is going to be about. Remember that? So remember, the definition for main idea is what it's all about, right? What it's all about. So if I already see a heading that tells me what it's all about, then right here in main idea, we're going to write it's all about whatever our heading is. Okay, so we have whiskers, large beaks, and the final one, long tails. So that means right here in whiskers, large beaks, and long tails, we're going to basically write the same thing for the main idea. It's about animals with, what is it again, guys? Whiskers, right? Animals with whiskers. See if I can zoom in just a bit. There we go. For large beaks, the main idea is that it's all about animals with large beaks. Nice job. I know, so hard, right? Not really, no. And then finally, for the section that is labeled long tails, remember, there it is. It's a heading, and it tells us that's what this whole paragraph is going to be about. The main idea is that it's about animals with long tails. And those are the main ideas for the last 3 sections of the reading. Like any video that we do, take a moment to pause to finish your chart. Okay, let's get to reading. And we're going to start off with where we left off, at whiskers. Whiskers. Whiskers are long, thick hairs. They are very sensitive because they are attached to nerves in the skin. Did you already see a detail about whiskers? I do too. I saw two. The whiskers detect movement in air or water. This triggers nerves to send alert signals to the brain. So as soon as they feel the movement, that sends a message in their brain saying, hey, there's something moving out there. Okay. Whiskers can help animals move around or navigate. They also help animals detect danger or locate prey. So whiskers, man, they're really important. Sea lions use whiskers to detect faraway sounds and motion underwater. Let's take a look at this caption. The fox has facial and wrist whiskers to help it navigate and hunt at night. So lots of different ways that whiskers help. So the main idea here, and I'm sorry, the details, that's what we're filling out now, is the key details. What were some of the most important things that you got from the paragraph whiskers? I got that they are very sensitive, right? Very sensitive. And in the first sentence, it says very sensitive, long, thick hairs. What other key details or important details is really what that means? What other important details did you take away from that paragraph? Let's take a look at it again. So we said this, that they have long hairs and that they're very sensitive. So what else do you see? Right, that they sense movement. They detect movement, right? And it tells their brain, hey, something's moving out there. So when they see something moving, they're able to hunt for it. So let's do that. It detects movement. We got to write really small for this one, huh? I think we have enough room for one more. So we've already done, oopsie, we've already said they're long, thick hairs, that they're very sensitive, they detect movement. Let's keep working down the paragraph and see what other important details we can find. Yeah, look, whiskers can help them move around and detect danger or locate prey. So I want to add those in there. Let's see if it can fit in what room we have left. Helps them move. Oh boy, we might only be able to fit one in here. Well, no, let's see if we can do both. Let's do this. I don't have much room there. We will put find prey, and when it says detect danger, maybe a predator, find prey and detect danger. So it's going into this little box here, but that's okay. I'll just draw a line showing that it's different. And there we go. Take a moment to copy that into your chart. All right, let's move on to large beaks. Remember, all we're looking for are just the key details, or what we're saying are the important things. What are the important things we got about the large beaks? A beak is the hard outer part of a bird's mouth. Oh, there's one detail. Some birds, such as herons and pelicans, use their large beaks to catch fish. Okay, so we've got one right here and one detail right here. Others, such as macaws and toucans, use them to reach hard to get food. Ah, so another detail. In all, I have 1, 2, and 3 details. Let's take a look at our captions. Remember, captions are just words that explain the picture. Macaws use their beaks to crack open nuts and fruit. Ooh. Toucans can reach and toss fruit with their long beaks. And if you don't know what a toucan is, if you've ever eaten the cereal Fruit Loops, you know the bird on the outside of the box of Fruit Loops? That is a toucan. And actually, the name of that bird is called Toucan Sam. So let's go ahead and write these 3 details that I've underlined into our chart. And if you've underlined them in your own book, nice job. And if you didn't, it's okay. All right. It just gives us a way to identify or find that information. So we said it's the outer part of a bird's mouth. It's also helps to catch fish. So if you've ever been out to the beach, it's been a while because we've been in lockdown, but if you've been out to the beach, you might have seen like pelicans or seagulls who use that to catch fish. Maybe you watched Finding Nemo. Remember all those seagulls saying, mine, 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 mine? Yeah, they're using their beaks to catch fish, right? And then for the toucan and the macaw, remember they use their beaks to reach hard to get foods. And see how I'm not really writing complete sentences here, boys and girls? I'm just writing only the important details, and sometimes important details don't have to be in a complete sentence. I don't have to write, it is the outer part of a bird's mouth. I can just write a little note to myself. And that's what we're going to do here, okay? We're finally on long tails, guys. We're almost done with our reading. Let's take a look, ooh, cutie, at long tails. A long tail helps some animals keep their bodies balanced. Did you see a detail? Mm-hmm. Keep their bodies balanced. So maybe that's what the cat used its tail for. It can also help them steer. Another detail. Other animals use their long tails like an extra hand to grab onto things. So that's another detail. On land, in water, or high up in trees, each animal's adapted body part helps it to survive. Let's take a look at the captions of the squirrel and the monkey. So let's see what the caption says. Squirrels use their long tails to stay balanced. Yeah, that's a little tiny little twig they have to stand on. Some monkeys, unlike squirrels, use their tails to swing in trees. Like an extra hand, right? So what I've underlined here are my details. 1, 2, 3. Let's write that into our chart. Keep body balanced. Remember, it's just a note to myself. It's not a complete sentence. Help them steer and then grabs onto things. So those are ways that a long tail on an animal has helped them to adapt to their environment. And we are done with lesson 7 in unit 3. Well done, boys and girls. Again, if you need to pause your video to copy this down, you may do it right now. Otherwise, I'll see you later in our next video. Bye.